came back to Kelowna. We weren't even planning it. And he just called me one day and he's like, dude, I need to like film these TikToks. We need to film them today. I'm leaving town tomorrow. I need a truck. I need a house. I need people to be in it. Like, can you help me set this up?
Last June, you released your debut self-titled EP, so congratulations on that and all that's been coming out of that. I was listening to an interview you did previously where you're talking about constructing an album and an EP and kind of going down through all the dozens and dozens of songs you write and picking what ones you want to tell a story through. Yeah. So I'm curious for you, what came to picking those 5 songs and what story were you focused on telling through the songs on your EP?
That's a really good question. It's like, I've written, like you said, 1,000 songs and they all kind of have some sort of story of my life or whatever. They're pinpointing a certain moment in my life, but I think those 5 just kind of the story of growing up and leaving your hometown and just trying to make a life for yourself and then ending up in the States and Nashville and Texas and everything in between that happened down there, and then moving back, you know, and then getting a record deal after all of those years of trying to get a record deal in Nashville and stuff. It was kind of, I think those 5 songs just tell that story the best of just, you know, leaving and coming back.
I love all of them. Stray Bullet and 10 Days in July are my 2 faves. I love those ones. So good. Well, I saw earlier on Instagram that you were called up to open for the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band earlier this year at a sold-out arena show, and you had an hour's notice before that. So tell me about that day. Take me through what happened there and the lead up to that moment.
Yeah, that was crazy. Me and my girlfriend were at the house just like eating sushi, and I got a phone call, and I don't answer random phone calls. Like, if I don't know who it is, I usually don't answer it, but I got a phone call from a random number I'd never seen, and it was just like, hey, how's it going? Or I didn't answer it the first time, and then my buddy Dawson called me, and he's like, hey, Prospera's trying to get a hold of you. And I was like, okay, that must have been them. So I called them back. They're like, our opener's sick. Nitty Gritty's playing the arena tonight. Can you be here in like an hour to play? And I'm just like, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. So I was in my PJs, threw on my boots, and then headed down there. It was insane. That was probably the craziest show story I've ever had.
That's awesome. I love always seeing in arenas too, like from concert photos and things like that, when you see the artist and you look out and you just see all the people. I think that's such a cool view. So I can't imagine actually being on stage and seeing that for yourself. That must be so surreal.
Yeah, it was surreal. It's nerve-wracking. Like, and the weird thing about that is, like, you can see the crowd, but when you're on the stage, like, I can't see anybody. Like, I couldn't see any faces of the front row. I can't see, but you can hear them.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see silhouettes. So it's like, yeah, you can see 3,000 silhouettes in a room of darkness. It's cool. It was really cool.
Well, congratulations. That's so awesome.
Thanks.
And you're hitting the road later this year with Jess Mossbluk on her tour as the opener. So I want to know, what do you and your team go into prepping for your shows, prepping for your sets? What does that look like for you guys?
Yeah. You know, it's different because each opener you have different set lengths and different dynamic, whether it's acoustic or with a band. But this one, yeah, it's just kind of my first time actually going on the road for more than a weekend or more than, you know, days in a row. You go home or whatever. So this is like a full 2 months on the road. And for me, it's just going to be trying to figure out how to eat healthy and stay in the gym and stay healthy so I don't sleep very well when I'm in different time zones. But it'll be good. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's
excited.
Awesome. Yeah, anytime I talk to an artist and they're talking about life on the road, I just have so much respect for all of you who do it, because I can't imagine being out of your routine for that long too and trying to adjust to that routine while also having to perform. All that just sounds so crazy.
Yeah, I kind of got like my prerequisite from working on the road in the oil fields forever. Like, I've been in camps for 10 years. I've been in and out of different towns forever. So it was kind of helped me set up the road life, but eating healthy is probably the worst part of it. So that'll be the biggest challenge, but it's a pretty good challenge to have. So
it's so easy not to, right? So that's where it comes from. So you grew up in a musical family. Obviously, you're in your dad's band. You started at 9 years old. So I'd love to know, for you, growing up, what's a memory that comes to mind with your family that you kind of bonded over music? Maybe you went to a concert together or from performances. What are some of those memories that come to mind for you?
I remember it was the first time Dad let me like come up on stage and join the band. We used to do music in the park in my hometown, and I was probably 7 or 8 years old at the time, and he had a 3-4 piece band, and I'd always go to their like rehearsals and sit in on those, and I'd kind of play the guitar a little bit. Didn't really know how to play, but we would playing there one night, and we're doing Copperhead Road by Steve Earle, and Dad got me to come up there, and he's like, I'm gonna sing all the lyrics and you just do the Copperhead Road part. So I was just like running around singing Copperhead Road over and over again. That was kind of the first time getting on stage with my dad. And then obviously family reunions, stuff like that, we're all singing songs together, and that was always been a bonding point in our lives for as long as I can remember. So
that's awesome. Did you have how did you deal with like stage fright at that age? Did you have any nerves going on to stages like that? Because
I think I was less afraid than I am now.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you're just a kid and you're just running around doing what you're doing, but still to this day get so nervous every time I go on stage. Like for the hour before, I'm just shaking, but by the time I get up there, it's good. So yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, well, absolutely takes so much courage to get up in front of anyone and do any type of performance. So it's just an amazing skill to have to be able to do that.
Thanks.
I wanted to chat about this video. I feel like as soon as I say it, you'll know what one I mean anyways. But this one that you did with Cameron Whitcomb back for his promotion for his song 100 Mile High is like the best promotion I've ever seen for a song in my life. That it was so funny.
Yeah,
I was
he's
laughing.
Killing it. He's killing it, that guy. Yeah, no, he and this was like when that was happening, he was like, I mean, he still is in the middle of his rise, but this is when things started to get really busy for him. And I don't know, he came back to Kelowna. We weren't even planning it, and he just called me one day and he's like, dude, I need to like film these TikToks. We need to film them today. I'm leaving town tomorrow. I need a truck. I need a house. I need people to be in it. Like, can you help me set this up? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Why don't you just come over to our place and hang out? And we had that thing whipped up in like an hour. It was,
awesome.
Yeah, wild.
I was laughing because you could see like whoever's sitting inside when you guys run inside the door, and you can just see, and they're like, what's
Well, they're
happening?
like, that's
paid actors.
yeah, that's my girlfriend's stepdad's house, and they were having like a family night with their kids. I think it was New Year's, and he's got like 4 little girls, and they're like playing board games and stuff at the table, and all of a sudden me and Cam Whitcomb come flying through the door, and Mario was like, what are we doing here?
What is that?
It was fun. It was cool.
It is true how like TikTok has really blown up for promotion of so many things, like music, especially for artists. How do you navigate being able to like, make content and having that promotion for yourself too, and being able to come up with ideas for all that content?
Yeah, I think like coming up with ideas is just following all the people that I look up to and admire, guys like Cam, and just seeing how they do content and then trying to come up with my own way to do it. I struggle a lot with that stuff because I'm a pretty reserved, pretty quiet guy in my normal life, and getting on there and doing skits and talking is really out of my comfort zone. So trying to find a way that I can come across as authentic and as myself, and just come across as my personality, and I'm not just me singing songs on TikTok all the time, but something that people can connect with a little better is probably my biggest struggle, but it's a good problem to have. And you just do it.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's
I love
gotten me out of my comfort zone. Even doing this stuff a year ago would have been terrifying. So.
Well, you're killing it, and
Thanks.
I love your TikTok. I was looking for all of it, and scrolling down to the bottom, there's one you used to do the cover songs for that Red Barn. I loved watching all those videos. They were so good, and I love when artists do all those different cover songs and hearing different people. And you sing your friends' songs and stuff. So I think that's great way to connect with your audiences and seeing all that too.
Yeah, we're all in the same kind of pool. People talk about in the country world, it's this person's fan base or this person's fan base, and it's. Especially with TikTok and everything, it's all one fan base and everybody's kind of the same groups of people. So yeah, you just try to tap into that. It's cool.
Yeah, and I love how, every time I interview a Canadian country artist, I say I love how this family is of just everyone. Well, you're just at Boots and talking to everyone, and everyone's just one big family. I love that about country music. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's the same up here as it is in Nashville. It's a pretty small community of people. There's only a few hundred people that are running everything in the industry. Obviously there's millions of artists, but there's only a certain amount of artists that are in the space of touring and connection in Canada. So it's a cool little community to be a part of, and smaller than you think. It's cool. Yeah.
Well, Mitch, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this before your performance today.
Of course,
Wish you luck. You're going to kill it. I can't wait to watch.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
You so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.